Welcome back to Badminton Hall here in Auckland. 1-0 in the Wisden Cup final. Waitakere, who have taken first blood in the men's doubles. Let's get down to Susanna now for some reaction.
So Dan, Alan, congrats, you're on the board for Waitakere this evening. How did it feel being the opening match tonight?
Yeah, a little bit nervous to start with, but we knew that we had to stay on top of them. It was a pressure match for us because we felt that we needed to win it if we're going to win the tie.
Fantastic. And Alan, back in New Zealand soil, playing in the Wisden Cup again this year. How does it feel to be back at home?
Oh, it feels great. It's just great crowd, very good sharing my experience of it with them. Yeah,
Fantastic. And Dan, obviously a whole lot of experience on your side tonight against some of our current national squad players. How do you think that played out for the two of you?
Yeah, I actually I felt okay today. Kind of funny because the last 2 days have been reasonably tired, but yeah, I guess a little bit of experience. Yeah, sort of didn't think I'd be playing on TV again. It's all, yeah, it brings back some good memories actually.
Awesome, fantastic. Hey, thank you very much. Congratulations, and we'll see you again hopefully later in the tie.
Well, happy days there for Alan Chan and for Dan Shirley, and they are on a fantastic run of form here at the Wisden Cup. That win there for Shirley was his 7th in 8 matches, and Chan his 8th in 9. So really fantastic effort from them. So we move to our next match now in the Wisden Cup final. I hope you're enjoying it here on Sky Sport. And we now move to the women's doubles. This is going to feature Yongshi Sher and Danielle Tahuri of Barfoot and Thompson Waitakere. And they will be playing Hyun Jeong Ko and Francisca Rahadja of Barfoot and Thompson Waitakere, or rather Harcourt's Cooper and Co. North Harbour. So interesting scenario playing out here with Waitakere comfortably taking the men's doubles. Do you think that changes the dynamic for any of these 4 players heading into this match, Susanna?
Yes, absolutely. I think starting with such momentum is something that we all try to do as we come into big matches like this. And each match is individual, but yeah, being able to start with some of that momentum and putting that pressure on North Harbour to actually convert the matches to come is very important.
Well, let's have a look at this Waitakere lineup first. This is Yongshi Sher. You've played with her, haven't you, if I'm not mistaken, Susanna?
Yes, I have, and done a lot of training together historically as well. So yeah, very talented player.
She is in her 9th match here. She's won 6 of her matches. And here is her partner, Danielle Tahuri, a 30-year-old Commonwealth Games representative back in 2010. And you also played with her as well. I
have indeed, yes. So, no, she's a very talented player as well, and will bring a bunch of that experience from her international playing career in the past, and obviously those Commonwealth Games she's represented at as well.
This is Tahuri's 8th match in the Wisden Cup, and she's had 5 of her matches. Let's have a look at the Harbour lineup now.
We have Hyun Jeong Ko, one of the Korean players at North Harbour, who actually does a lot of coaching across the association there as well.
Yes, she certainly does. 29 years of age. She's playing her 6th match. All of her 5 matches have been won so far. And here is her partner here for Harbour today, the 21-year-old Francisca Rahadja, who was a quarter-finalist at the Aussie Open last year with Anona Pak. So we saw her in action in last year's Wisden Cup. She played very well, didn't she, Susanna?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But correct me if I'm wrong here, Glenn, but I think it's the first match that we've got here with the North Harbour pair that we're seeing this weekend. So it's a new combination coming out for them. So it'll be interesting to see how the 2 of them line up and challenge this Waitakere pair.
That's correct. Now, Kelvin Sui is the chair umpire for this clash. Service judge Sydney Gallos. Got a little crowd here at Badminton Hall. So reminding you of the scenario in the Wisden Cup. We've had 1 match played, and the Waitakere on the board, winning that men's doubles in straight games. So we now head to the women's doubles. Waitakere here of Yongshi Sher and Danielle Tahuri. Tahuri on the left of screen. up against the North
Ladies and
Harbour
gentlemen,
pair of Hyun Jong-ko and
on my
Francisca
right,
Rahadja.
Harcourt North Harbour, represented by Hyun Jong-ko, Francisca Rahadja. And on my left, Barfoot and Thompson Waitakere, represented by Danielle Tahuri, Yongshi Zi. Barfoot and Thompson Waitakere to serve, Danielle Tahuri to Francisca Rahadja. Love all. Play.
Straight away, Rahadja wins the opening point.
Yeah, she's very big, pleased to be taking that first point of the match.
Service over, 1-0.
Now, this is the second time these two pairs have met. In this tournament, they played on Friday in pool play. And
Service
Hyun and
over,
Rahadja won that in straight games, 21-19, 21-15. So the Harbour pair fresh from that memory 2 days ago.
1.
North Harbour coming out with a great bit of momentum to start this match, and an easy error coming there from Yongshi.
5-1.
This is a good run of points here for Harbour. That's 4 in a row now. It's in, that one.
Service over, 2-5.
Fantastic, great rally there, really seeing the patience that gets tested in the game of women's doubles.
Sure does, good judgment here.
Service over, 6-3.
Yes, a bit of a communication breakdown between the Waitakere pair on that occasion.
7-3.
Fantastic shot and changing that angle there from Tahuri.
Service over, 4-7. Play.
It really was a good shot, that one. Well, that one was well in.
Yeah, it was a big point there, 7-4 up to North Harbour, and now Waitakere 5-7, so they knew the importance there to not move to 8-4 down.
Yeah, excellent comeback here from Waitakere.
6-7.
Down by 4 points earlier in this game. And they cut that to 1 now. Well, that was tremendous. Drop shot over the net.
Service over.
Yeah, fantastic changing up from a strong attack to actually pull Tahuri right back forward as she's looking to move away from the net there.
Beautifully finished by Hyun.
9-6. Service over. 7-9.
So tight contest at the moment.
Service over. 10-7.
Great reactions from Tahuri. But an even better one there from the Harbour pair. Well, that's a very good comeback there from Harbour to restore that 4-point lead, Susanna, as we go to the mid-game interval.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting compared to where the match started. It was a 5-1 up to North Harbour there. So Waitakere back in the game at the moment, and I think each side is still trying to establish themselves in the match and work out what their plan is actually going to be.
Yeah, well, it's a tight contest here. As we touched on earlier, these two combinations met the other day, 2 days ago, and it was a very close first game, 21-19, in favour of Harbour on that day. So Tahuri and Yongshi won't be too despondent with things at the moment. And they'll be telling themselves, Susanna, look, if we were 5-1 down, we managed to come back, we can easily do it again.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they'll be looking to really bring up the challenge in this match, having played earlier on in the week, to see what they can do, if anything, potentially cause an upset in this women's doubles early on in the tie this afternoon.
And that would be massive, wouldn't it, if Waitakere took a 2-0 lead in this tie?
Oh, absolutely.
So 11 points to 7, reminding you that the men's doubles went the way of Waitakere, 2 games to love.
Play. Service over.
That was a big
11.
call by Yongshi there.
Fantastic from Yongshi, moving in just that little bit early, anticipating, and it paid off for her in that rally.
11.
So hard for defenders like that to defend when players are the other side of the net are moving forward.
And just wide there, so that's Waitakere 3 points in a row in this opening second half of the set.
So they cut that lead back to 1 again. Superb from Hyun.
Yes, that's very clever play, putting in the hard attack and then waiting for Waitakere to be backing off and just dropping in the soft one in the front.
She moved forward here and looked like, for all money, she's going to smash it, but then just held it back. It was a lovely piece of play from Hyun.
Service, fault called, foot.
Oh, service fault called there on
Service
Rahaja
over.
from what I can see, a movement of her
11,
foot before making contact
12.
with the shuttle.
Just long.
Service over. 13-11.
Hyun is heating up now, Susanna. She's playing well.
Yeah, no,
14,
she's definitely been working
11.
hard and putting in that attack now. And there we see it again, the strong attack to back Waitakere off and dropping in that nice short
11.
one to pull them forward again, working for North Harbour.
Quality play. Wow, Waitakere giving Harbour
Service over.
a bit of payback there.
12-15.
And all of a sudden that lead had just stretched to 4 points again. Waitakere going to mount another comeback.
Service over. 16-12.
Rahaja that time on the money.
Very good from Tahuri there, finishing into the gap. Looked more simple than it
Service
was
over.
probably, but a fantastic shot.
13-16.
She found the open court beautifully. Both players quite deep there, and again, deceiving her opponent. Wow, what a fantastic rally. What a shame we didn't get a winner to end it.
Yeah, it was a great rally with great play from both sides.
Some fantastic scrambling from all four players in that rally. Excellent judgment from Tahuri that time as it drifts just long.
Service over. 17-14.
Wow. They're all worth the same, Susanna, aren't they? Sometimes you have to work so hard for your points. Sometimes you get them gift wrapped to you on a platter.
And back out to that 4-point lead now for North Harbour.
Yes, it's been a real swing, hasn't it? 4 points has been the biggest lead Harbour have had. Waitakere have actually never led in this game.
No, that's right.
Just coming from a deficit all the time. Oh, that's super good play there from Hyun. Biggest lead of the game now, 5 points.
14.
Good time for Harbour.
Service over. 15-19.
Yeah, that drive cross court was a good one from Hyun again. And that brings up
Service
game
over.
points.
20, game point 15.
For Rahaja and for Hyun. And there is the first game for Harbour. Yongxi going wide.
First game won by Harcourt North Harbour, 21-15.
Themselves on the board in this women's doubles, winning the first game 21-15. And they always had their noses in front there, Susanna. And from their perspective, you would probably say that they felt in control of that all the way through, really.
Yes, no, I'd agree, Glenn. Right from the very start there, when they went 5-1 up to North Harbour, they seemed to be in control of that whole set.
They moved well, their judgment was excellent, and impressed with Hyun. Some of her winners were very good, but then Tahuri and Yongxi at times showed us their skills and showed us that they might be competitive in the second game. I'd be surprised if they wouldn't be.
You know, there's definitely some good things coming from a Waitakere pair as well. And you see those angles coming from Tahuri and those opportunities they're taking, especially around that front court. So it'll be interesting to see what the first start of this second set brings as well. Yeah,
from a Waitakere perspective, they won't want to concede a 4 or 5 point deficit early in this game, would they?
Yeah, I think especially with that first game as being indicative that it's very hard to come back once you go down to those sort of numbers. So they did well to stay within that set, but no, they definitely don't want to be starting the second game, at that sort of deficit.
Absolutely. So Waitakere, remember, took the men's doubles. Dan Shirley and Alan Chan, 21-13, 21-9 against Sudyasa and Phillips. Just reminding you, after the conclusion of the women's doubles, we've got the singles matches. Isaac Chan, the 14-year-old from Waitakere, and Oscar Guo. We'll see Dan Shirley hopefully a little later. He will, if required, he'll be up again in the 6th match. And final match in the mixed doubles with Tahuri here, who's on the left of screen.
20 seconds.
So our next match will be the men's singles, and that will be followed by the women's singles. So North Harbour, 21-15 in the first game in the women's doubles. It's going to be Francisca Rahadja to serve first in this second game.
Play.
Very good rally to open this second game.
Service over. 1 love. Love.
Well, that wasn't even close to going over that one.
1-2.
Yeah, too powerful in that rally, the Harbour pair.
Yeah, very well built up and constructed rally from Harbour and able to finish it with one that popped up for them at the net.
Well, that's 3 straight points to the Harbour pair now.
3-2.
Well, that was top-class smash. Cross court there from Hyun.
4-2.
Oh, she's got all the tricks.
5-2.
Lovely touch here.
Six, 2.
Just long that time from Hyun, and that
Service
stops a
over.
6-point run
3,
for Harbour.
6.
So how do they stop the power from Hyun? They just got to get it off,
Service over.
get it out of her hitting zone, don't they?
Yeah, if
7,
you're popping them up nice and
3.
easy right into that zone for her, then it's going to come back powerful. And at the moment, they're coming back great from Hyun, so they'll need to change something into that respect.
8-3.
Well, Harbour are dominating at the moment. They've won 9 of the last 10 points.
9-3.
It was Hajia that time who was finishing that one off.
False. 10.
Oh, the Waitakere pair are
3.
in a rut at the moment, Susanna.
Yes, it seems that the North Harbour players are just making their court feel that little bit bigger for the Waitakere pair.
Beautifully finished from Rahajia.
11-3. Interval.
And they can't even get close to winning a rally at the moment. 11-3. Remember, Waitakere led 2-love in this game. And Harbour have just raced away.
Yes, they're definitely playing a very well-disciplined match at the moment, North Harbour, and constructing their rallies well, and it's working out for them, and they're able to finish them as they're planning.
Well, it's going to be a long haul back now for Waitakere, for Tahuri and for Yongshi. Yeah, Harbour fans are happy. These flags weren't flying quite as robustly in that men's doubles match earlier, though. But that's sport, isn't it?
20 seconds. 20
Plenty
seconds.
for Yongshi and Tahuri to think about.
Players on court.
They're both experienced players, been here many times before, Susanna, and they'll know. While it won't be easy, there's always a chance.
Play. Service over. 4-11. Five, 11.
That one's good too.
6-11. Service over. 12-6.
Yeah, great service
Service
return there from
over.
Yongshi.
7,
Yeah, she read that one beautifully.
12.
Very good from Yongshi, playing full width of the court and finding that gap at the front there.
8, 12.
That was outstanding. Well, that 8-point lead's been cut to 4.
Service over 13-8.
Oh, a great shot from the back of the court there.
Fantastic, just taking that pace out there from Tahuri.
Service over 9-15. Yes. Ten, 15.
Well, Tahuri that time. Hyun deceived.
11,
You
15.
see both sides trying to play the full width of the court at the moment, and sometimes like that, falling just in and really pushing that right out to the sidelines.
But Tahuri gives that point back.
Service over 16-11.
Hyun has got great back extension, hasn't she? She gets into position.
11.
Really makes something of those. Tahuri that time can't react. Back to a 6-point margin. Harbour within 4 points now. Victory.
Service over 12-17.
Like that from Yongshi. She was got good momentum in that rally for her.
13,
And great persistence to make sure that
17.
the rally was over before she stopped and kept moving forward.
That was better from Waitakere. They were very determined in that rally to keep the Harbour pair back as deep as possible.
14-17.
Finally got the ear out of Hyun's racket. Perfectly done from
Service
Rahadja.
over 18-14. You want to take? Play.
It was well in that one. Well, that was all Rahadja that time.
19-14.
Prowling the net superbly.
Good serve there into the body of Yongxi to bring up 2014 match point for North Harbour.
Service over 15-20.
Still match points for the Harbour pair, and plenty of them. And there it is. Harbour get on the board in the Wisden Cup final in the women's doubles. A very accomplished performance from Francisca Rahadia and for Hyun Jeong Ko, who complete a 21-15, 21-15
North Harbour,
win.
21-15, 21-15.
A really decent effort there from Harbour. So the men's doubles and the women's doubles are split one each. And they were never down, the Harbour pair, other than the very early stages of the second game where they did trail 2 points to love. But they were able to really establish themselves beautifully in that first game, even though Waitakere 2 or 3 times did come back from a 4-point deficit to close to within 1 point. But they could never get their noses in front. And then Harbour went on that massive run, down love 2 in that second game, and they all of a sudden they found themselves 11-3 up at the mid-game interval. So they won 11 of 12 points there in that run, which was really incredible. Tahuti and Yongxi just couldn't quite get consistency into their game. They played some rallies superbly and hit some good winners, Tahuti in particular, but they just couldn't quite continue that momentum into the points, the big points when they really came, as Rahadia and Hyung took control. So they get the job done.